Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I have this, what I thought was like a Harbor Freight towable backhoe, and it's actually not. I'm not going to put anything down because I don't know anything about the Harbor Freight machinery excavator, but this thing looks to be built a little bit different than that one. Things beat up, but you know, it works good. The only issues I had, this is actually made in Canada, and the issue I've had was, I think I figured it out. Right here, bear with me a second here. Right here, this pin is like oval. You know, there's a huge gap there. Where this one, there's a cap. Well, actually, as I've been doing more reading, it's not a cap. It's actually one pin. So the pin's supposed to be 28 millimeters, and when I've read it, it's like at 20 or something. So obviously the pin is made to take the brute. Now if you see the brackets, I mean, I don't know again how the Harbor Freight one's made. This thing is like a solid brick shit house, let's just put it that way. Everything is solid, everything's heavy. It's older, and you know, but I think this thing was made around 1985. But anyway, getting back to my thing, I think what I'm going to do, it looks like they have a washer and then a cotter pin. The same thing's supposed to be down here, and it's missing. Okay, so no big deal, washer and cotter pin. The problem is with this one right here. So what I thought of is, I was thinking if I pull it out, put it on my lathe, turn it down, whatever, maybe to, I don't know, maybe 15 millimeters, whatever it is, and then make a sleeve to put over it that's actually 28 millimeters outside diameter. I can probably Loctite it on, whatever it is, and rebuild this pin in a way. I started taking out the bolt, and I said, you know what, let me turn my camera on real quick. I want to grab the bolt over here. Where's it at? Yeah, there's the bolt right here. So I did take out the bolt, and as I started looking at it, I said, you know what, I bet you that's whole one piece. And so I figured I'd turn on the camera, let's pull it out. I can show you a few things first. I got some, I did find some literature. They made it in two ways. They made a Muscle Man, and they actually made this is the Cricket Toho, which is that right there. It's supposed to be this unit, the Cricket. The labels are actually shot, but this is what it's supposed to look like. The wheelbase is supposed to be bigger. It's supposed to have more of a reach. I think it's the same reach, but I think it weighs about 1,200 pounds or something. But yeah, so I was able to print out some articles. This is June, July, August in '85, back from the States. This thing was made in the UK. So this guy in Indiana like rebuilt it and everything else. Let me see what else I got here. Just some more pictures. There's the Cricket Toho, basically saying what it can do. You know, I mean, I imagine in 1985 this was probably amazing. I mean, there weren't that many people that had this. I think the price back then was about $2,000. So just different dimensions. This is actually the Muscle Man. This is not the Muscle Man, but this is the only thing I could find close to it. There's some of the measurements on it. I was able to find an exploded view this way actually, but it's not the same. I mean, it looks like some of it looks the same, but if you notice over here, it looks like there's a tire here for some reason. The seat is a lot higher where mine is missing, but it's lower. What got me screwed up here was this plate right here. I don't understand if there's holes. Maybe somebody tried to make it more comfortable for them because there's no seat, but this is like just kind of bubbled in there, let's put it that way. It's kind of bent. I want to fix this. But like I said, it's close but no cigar. As you can see how this one is. I mean, I guess actually it looks kind of close in a way. But there's a lot of differences. So yeah, there's some, you know, parts, some what to do, how to use it, everything else. But what I think, like I said, my first problem before I do anything would be to fix this thing. So, you know, I want to, too much of a gap. Let's see if I can try to pull this thing out real quick while you're here with me. I don't know, I'm just going to do this on the... Yeah, I pretty much have it like with my, you know, engine hoist. I got it all holding up, everything out there. Everything should be good. When I pull this out, I'll probably lower everything down. It's sitting on a brick too, but all right, there you go. Get this guy out of here. Ah, yeah. So yeah, there you go. See the pin? Yeah, that's the reason. That's exactly where it's riding, and it's a little right there. So obviously the other ones are fine, and you know, I was figured, oh, I'll just make it like a pin. I'll have to clear this out. I'll take this out. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my lathe. Uh, like I said, I'm going to turn it down. I'll make a sleeve. Obviously, I got to clean this guy up, but I'm going to see what, you know, see if I can possibly rebuild this. It does look like there's actually a bushing in there too. Yeah, it looks like there's a bushing in there because there's like a brass bushing on this side anyway. There's nothing on the other side. It's just rounded out. But I think the hole itself is the right size. The hole's fine. It's just the pin just started getting beat. So I guess they make a soft point in this, you know, like how the snow blowers had like the shear pins. I imagine this is like, you know, so you don't damage anything, it would put more on this. Or this just started going bad. They let it go, and you know, the guy might have bought it like this, used it like this. Me, I want to fix this thing up a little bit, get rid of all this grease. I think this cylinder is actually leaking a little bit, which you can tell by all the fluid. But the other ones look good. I can probably get a seal kit for this. Or, you know, if I can come across a decent cylinder, I'll just, you know, replace that too. But my main start would be with this pin. So let me clean this piece up first, and let me bring you back because it's really dirty and nasty, like everything else. I mean, I guess I'll eventually. I'm not going to go crazy on this thing, but I am going to want to clean it up. You know, get all the shit and grease, everything off. Maybe, you know, just get a wire wheel and just scrape all this shit off and give it some primer. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to rebuild the whole thing, but, you know, I don't have a problem with taping some things up and trying to get a nice coat of something on it. You know, hopefully it's like it's a lot of dirt and stuff in here. It's, you know, where this thing was sitting. I do have a video picking it up, but I can add that too. But it's on my phone somewhere. Yeah, a little bit says cricket right there. You can see. So, but let me clean this thing up real quick and bring you right back, guys. Hold on one second. All right, so I did some cleaning up of this rod here. That Zerk fitting will not come out. But I did some cleanup, as you can see. See how bad it rolled? Or, you know, concaved on that end. Look at how bad this end is. And this is really bad. So if I do some measurements here, you'll see I got about, you know, I think I was about 25. About, yeah. Some spots are reading 25. Some spots are reading less. I think that was what was I at here? Yeah, and then at the bad end, yeah, 2281. And then this one we got like 2315. But like I said, it looks like the whole. It's I would say it's probably closer to 25 in a way, to be honest with you. I zeroed out here. Yeah, I'm pretty much zeroed out. Yeah, it's whichever way you really read. Yeah, I guess it was supposed to be about 25 millimeter. So I guess my best bet would be to take this down to 25 millimeter, or take this down to say like it's 20. You know, at the lowest point it's like 21. If I take it down to like, I don't know, 20 millimeters, and you know, make a sleeve for it, bring it back up that way. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do some more looking around and checking around. Inside the hole itself, it's about 25 and a half millimeters. Now, I guess it has to have a little bit of give, I would imagine. You don't want it super, well, again, I guess you would want it, the tighter the better, right? I mean, I think what I'm just going to do is I'm probably just going to put, like I said, put a sleeve on this. Maybe I should just, you know, get a solid piece or something and turn it down, make sure it fits inside there, and then just maybe bore it out, you know, and then just turn this down and put it over that. I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you. I'm still tossed in different, you know. Plus, I guess I would want to know. I want something soft, so it's or not. not super soft, but something kind of softer, because if something's going to break, I would rather have this break than anything else. You know, I got some other steel pieces and stuff like that. Like I said, I can order some. It's not a big deal. Uh, just not exactly sure which way I'm going to go with this. But well, stay tuned. I guess stay tuned for the next video. That's probably going to show where we're at here. I think I'm going to put this piece back in here so I don't keep losing my. I made like this piece right here, or this was just something I had from a scrap or something. I'll just probably put it in there for the time being. This way it's not, you know, constantly falling down or whatever. The bucket's on a piece of wood, and it shouldn't go anywhere. Probably pretty safe. So, well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, let me think about what I'm going to do here, and as soon as I figure something out, you guys will be the second to know. Yeah, there's a hole here that looks like it goes through. So I guess I clean up the fitting, make sure that's all good. I mean, it's in there pretty good. It might even be Loctite, and I might have to heat it up a little bit, but it's nice that they put this protector around here so it doesn't snap off all these Zerk fittings. But I guess that's why that some of these, they must have like, they must obviously have all these plates. And, you know, kind of, see this one right here is kind of like, looks like the same piece, but instead of having the fitting, you know, it just has, it's welled off. So I thought there was an issue with that. I thought somebody did this because they broke these something else. But if you look inside, there's actually, there is a grease fitting right there, if you can see it. Am I at the right spot here? Where am I at here? Trying to, there it is, right there. Right down there. So every spot where this stuff's like welded shut, there's a fitting. So I mean, overall, I'm very sad. Like I said, this is a lot. To me, it looks like it's built a lot heavier. I could be wrong. The Harbor Freight's probably a monster too. It just seems like the way they did this part might have been a little different because they actually got an angle. Mine actually, I think the Harbor Freight one is actually just completely straight. The you know, the boom area or whatever you want to call it. And with mine here, it's curved. This, I guess, helps out a little bit, right? Right there. A little bit more room it gives you. Like I said, it's some thick pieces here. This is no joke. This is about, I think it says about 1,800 pounds or something. But, well, anyway, like I said, stay tuned. There will be some more videos. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.